think the wait has been worth it, and this is the United Matters channel. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? This story broke up in the morning, and I'm gonna hit obviously follow up onto this juncture. Not until Fabrizio Romano has come out and obviously put in a very huge shift about the deal, and he has gonna hit to obviously tell us that Man United is really closing. Sorry, United is really still on the Ugarte deal. We're going to be getting you the updates about Manuel Ugarte. And secondly, there is something important. They need to know about the deal of Sancho, meaning that United might have gone ahead, obviously, see to it that they need to rectify the differences between Sancho and Erik ten Hag, and obviously maybe teams have gone ahead to show interest. We have the reason as to why this has gone ahead to be propelled to where it is right now, and obviously we're here to tell you about the deal of Ugarte Sancho swap. Lenny Yoro has come out and really broken silence on his dialogue with the man himself known as Erik ten Hag. And lastly, we do have Ten Hag talking about Collyer. Collyer, very good player that is going to impress everyone, and people were like, oh, who is that guy and where is he coming in from? And you've gonna hit to see how good he is. And I would like to send my shout outs to Adepare Opeyemi, Adeiz Yona, Moses Laboni, Kaseli T. Smith, and Chitaita Julius. Thank you for obviously making it a point for reporting early in class, and you are really good, and you're the usual people that obviously coming through and put in a shift. Remember, we want to hit 20,000 subscribers and continue to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily, and we call upon for you guys to put in your shift by really doing the needful and really subscribing to this big YouTube channel. African content that concerns Manchester United, this is its home, and hope you guys are really gonna enjoy it to the fullest, and the rest is really gonna be history into the making. And let's obviously move on and see how the rest of you are really ready to ready to rumble. But let's see close to 300 likes much of this video. Big story coming in through, and we're here to obviously break it like no other on this channel. Now, where should we start from? It is Santi J. This guy is very credible. I really love him a lot because he was the first journalist to break the deal of Casemiro to Manchester United, and then the rest came in through. Though he has gone ahead to hit a miss when it came to the guy called Erik ten Hag leaving the club of Manchester United, but we all know to it that it was confirmed before even the FA Cup final that the board of Manchester United had gone ahead to stop to obviously talk to Erik ten Hag, and they had gone ahead to isolate him from the talks, meaning that all what was written on the wall was like, we are gonna sack the manager. And I don't think that they got that wrong, because everything was written all over the wall that Erik ten Hag is gonna get a sack from the club of Manchester United. But things turned around, and he really kept his position in there for you. So Santi Iona, right? Let's call him Santi JFM. He has said PSG made a proposal to Jadon Sancho. He's interested in the project. It remains to be seen whether Manchester United are sellers and at what price. So, the fact is, PSG are interested in signing Jadon Sancho. That is it. Because they're looking at replacement of Kylian Mbappe, and it shows you the potential that Jadon Sancho really has. And this puts us into the ilk of really not exploring the best from Jadon Sancho at Manchester United, and maybe Enrique might obviously get the best out of him and handle him better, you get? But at Manchester United, he has been having bad days, and this has gone ahead to come to my concern to really contemplate about it and ask myself, was this the reason as to why Erik ten Hag or Jadon Sancho came up and really apologized to Erik ten Hag? I really understand, yes. I think his agent was like, we are not going to get in any team to obviously sign you if at all you don't apologize to Erik ten Hag and really bury your hatchet with him. Because no team is really going to take you if at all you're really treating managers like that. But if at all you're apologetic, every manager wants an apologetic player who really understands that I've been in wrong and I've gone ahead to obviously rectify everything. And I think that's why Sancho did. And you see to it that just a week after him rejoining Manchester United in the preseason training, you've gone ahead to see to it that PSG have gone ahead to come running to sign Jadon Sancho. You understand? So that shows you that it is really a positive hint that was going to obviously be put out in there for you. And I think Sancho went ahead to do the most honorable thing to obviously bury the hatchet. And now a team like PSG is coming up for him. And Santi J is telling us that Sancho is open to the move, to obviously coming through and play for the team of PSG. That is Jadon Sancho for you. And what really makes that exciting is that now the deal of Manuel Ugarte is boosted by Jadon Sancho's interest from PSG, because Sancho is like, I'm willing to go ahead and bring a player at PSG because PSG are looking in for replacement of Kylian Mbappe, and Sancho is a player that has always gone ahead to like to play off the left, something that Manchester United cannot give him, you understand, yet PSG can give him that role to play onto the left, as you cannot bring any player at PSG to obviously coming through and really future onto that right attacking side. I know they have a player known as Bacola, but I tell you, Sancho is levels, especially if at all he settles in very well, and if at all they build that team around him. PSG has very many superstars, but they've failed to obviously raise up to the occasion, and they've failed to show up. But I remember before the coming in of a player called Erling Haaland, you remember what Sancho was doing, you understand? Sancho was really doing the needful. And what was the needful that Sancho was doing? Sancho was like the face of Borussia Dortmund. That is it. And he was the face of Borussia Dortmund because you remember that season when he scored 17 goals and 17 assists, you know? Then the season had scored 16 goals and 17 assists. That is Jadon Sancho for you. He was the face, and everything that Borussia Dortmund was planning was passing through him. Even when Jude Bellingham came in through, and Erling Haaland, Sancho, who was really a prominent player at Borussia Dortmund, meaning that PSG might have gone ahead to promise him that we are going to make you the face of this project because this project is really new and all these players are really averaging an age of 24 years of age. You get, when you look at the Vitinhas, look at the Bacolas, look at they want to bring in Yao Neves, look at Nuno Mendes, the left back, you know. Hakimi is also really, I think, in he's like 24, 20, 25, 26 years of age. Moussa Dembele, I think 27, 28 years of age. So he can come in through and fit in there like a glove with the likes of Colmoanis, who are really there to see to it that everything really goes up to happen. And I think the project at PSG is really going to be interesting because even Osimhen Victor is really going to be coming to the side of that side. So Sancho is open to obviously joining the side of PSG, and it's Manchester United that is supposed to obviously come in through and obviously make a decision onto whether they let Jadon Sancho go or they keep him at the club of Manchester United. That is the most important bit of it all, and Sancho is the guy that is going to have to be given those levels to do the need for the club of Manchester United. And so I'm really going to go into the live chat and really look through what you guys are really saying about Jadon Sancho. Do you want him to go or you want him to stay? Let me obviously put it up. But we are having close to 90 people watching in through, and only 25 likes have gone to be smashed the like on the video. Let's smash the like button close to right now 100 times. Let's hit 100 now. Should Sancho leave Man United? It's a question, so go ahead and really give me your answer. It's a yes or no. I'm really waiting and I'm eager to know what your thoughts are for this Sancho question that we're gonna head obviously put in through into the live chat. Start voting yes or no. Do you want Sancho to go or you want Sancho to be kept at the club of Manchester United? What do you want Sancho to be done to at the club of Manchester United? Should Manchester United go ahead and obviously let this deal happen and really get in Manuel Ugarte or not? Now, we are having Fabrizio Romano. He has also gone ahead to confirm that there was contact, and he said PSG reached out to Jadon Sancho's agent after finding that a deal of Kvaratskhelia was impossible to do. Nothing is advanced, but he's one of the names they are considering. And to me, I'm really excited about this because now we have another player that we can obviously come in through and really sell. You get? we have another player that we can come in through and really sell. You understand? Because the most player that had been admired at Manchester United has always gone ahead to be Scott McTominay. And Ten Hag came out and said, no way, we're not selling him. And if at all we get in an option of Jadon Sancho to PSG, I think it can work out the best for the club of Manchester United. And that really puts us in a better position to obviously come in through and really compete to do the needful. And Manuel Ugarte deal, that gives it a vibe that that all of us have gone ahead obviously want to really see at the club of Manchester, and that is the Manuel Ugarte deal. Because the moment PSG have gone ahead to show interest in Jadon Sancho, that means they are willing to listen. They are willing to listen to see to it that everything really comes to pass into the mix. So we are here waiting to see how things pans out. And remember, PSG have always gone ahead to want to bring in two players. That is Kvaratskhelia and Osimhen from the side of Napoli. And it's really looking bad that they might only get in one player who goes by the names of Victor Osimhen, and they might not be able to get in Kvaratskhelia. And obviously Kvaratskhelia is also a left attacking midfielder, and it adds on well to what Sancho really wants to be playing in at. He's one of the best left attacking midfielders, and he's really doing some great job, and he's really looking good in the preseason. The first game he played against a team called he's obviously looking out on a team. Sorry, Sancho played really very well when playing against Rangers, and he put in a very good shift. So we just can't wait to see how things are really panning out, and we are here to wait in and see what the world is really gonna be really getting in for the club of Manchester United. But all I want to let you know is that Sancho is needed by the club of PSG, and Manchester United are really having a player called Jadon Sancho. Now, United wants Ugarte and PSG wants Sancho. We can do a swap and see to it that that business ends there. You get? Such that we are 100% sure that we are not gonna incur a lot of money into this. Get Sancho to the side of PSG. Get in Manuel Ugarte. Done business, clean business done for the club of Manchester United, and I think we will smile all the way to the bank. That is it for me. So I'm eagerly waiting to see how things are really going to pan out for the club of Manchester United, and nothing is really going to stop us from really getting to that ilk as a side of Manchester United. So let's wait and see how that pans out. But Manuel Ugarte is a player that Manchester United is needing, and PSG has come out to show their intent to obviously sell, so to obviously get Jadon Sancho as a replacement of Kylian Mbappe, and now we can use this chance to obviously get in a player called Ugarte in a swap deal, because a swap deal can be done in no time. And I think if PSG keeps its foot on the pedal trying to obviously sign the player, you need to be like, all right, let's get in Manuel Ugarte. Some of you might be asking, will Sancho be missed at the club of Manchester United? I tell you, he's not going to be missed, because ask yourself, when he was away for close to 6 months, he was playing at Borussia Dortmund, and those months that he never played, you know, from September, I think, to November, did we miss him? The answer is no. It just helped the likes of Amad Diallo to come in through and really showcase what they have. It helped the likes of Garnacho to get ample playing time at the club of Manchester United, and this is where we are right now. And I tell you, that means we'll be left with Anthony. We'll be left with Anthony and Amad Diallo as right attacking midfielders, and Rashford and Garnacho as left attacking midfielders. Meaning that Sancho leaving, or Sancho being there, it's like a surplus. And I think I would be excited for him to leave, and I just can't wait to see to it that this man is sold. That is it. I just can't wait to let Sancho go and leave the club of Manchester United. That is it. And if we do a swap deal, because United will value Sancho for the same amount of money that Ugarte is being valued at. And to show you that we can even get more money from PSG, Ugarte, who was not a regular in the team of PSG, is being valued at 70 million euros. Now, Sancho, who had 6 superb minutes, 6 superb months at the side of PSG and led his team to the Champions League final, how much do you think it's going to cost? If you are telling us that this player is costing 70 million euros, who never really took huge part into what you want to orchestrate into the mix, then how much is it going to cost Sancho, who played in the Champions League final? You get? And I think they're looking out for those players who have some huge mentality. And Sancho was part of the team of PSG that knocked out, was part of the team of Borussia Dortmund that knocked out PSG. You understand? So it is really very important to really put that into consideration. And I think it's a swap that is really better. No money involved. You get? And let's see what happens. You get? Let Sancho go to France and let this guy coming through to the club of Manchester United, meaning that would see us get in a third signing that will obviously enroll us and take us to the next level where we want to be. So at the party, OPME says, good evening, RD. Good evening. Then Deis Yona, good evening. Morokani, thanks for the update. All right. Moses Flaboni, thanks for the updates, RD. Then Kassesil T. Smith, we are open, ready and prepared for that great deal. It's hardly a welcoming news for we, the Manchester United fans. We are so excited for the opportunity. So, fans of United alike, let Sancho go and let Ugarte come in through, because we already have players that can do exactly what he's doing at the club of Manchester United. Julius Chitaita, hey RD, good evening. Always our brother, thank you. Then Adam Amuda, good evening RD. But guys, can someone buy a super chat for me? $sign down there. Click on it and obviously send in some dollars for me. Send some money to me by clicking that $sign and support this channel, because you want to obviously get onto the next level. Gilbert GDC Chilapia, good work RD, watching from Zambia. All right, thank you, Zambian people. And it shows you that every corner of Africa is really watching in through, and even Europe and the US, Asia, they're all watching in through. At the Paris OPME, we need these people before Wednesday. Let's wait and see whether that deal can be orchestrated before we fly to the US. Let's really wait and see, because I cannot come here and really pronounce that it's really going to be done and dusted before Wednesday. Then Silva Onyeit, it is a nice deal, guys. You take Sancho to PSG and you bring Ugarte plus top up. All right, but I think it's better for swap. Let's just see these players really swap. Sancho go to PSG, Ugarte come to Manchester United. No money involved. The rest is history. That is it. After all, that means would have gone ahead to sell Sancho for 70 million euros. In our books, would have gone ahead to show to it that this player, we brought in a player for 70 million euros and we sold them a player of 70 million euros. And I think for Manchester United, it will be a very good compensation from what we are going to get from Sancho, because would have gone ahead to get like 40 million pounds, like 50 million euros. Now you're getting 20 million euros more than the amount of money would have gone ahead to sell him, meaning that if you bought him for like 80, I think it was like 85 million euros, that means you would have gone ahead to make a loss of 13 million euros, but you've gone ahead to get in some huge amount of money. And Saint Kaleka, good evening, RD, let him go. We need creative wingers, and we already have them. He's also good, but I believe we cannot miss out on opportunity on really getting in Ugarte, Then Silva Onyeit, bro, I had some rumors that United is going to bring Richard Rios. Yeah, I'm going to really be uploading that story next, in the upload section. It's going to be our first upload section. This is the second live stream, and I'm going to be really doing Richard Rios, and I'm going to be letting you exactly what Richard Rios is all about. Fabrizio Romano is also going to drop a huge hint about him. So I'm going to be really doing something huge about him. Saint Chakaleka, watching in Zambia. Thank you for watching in from Zambia. Then Nas, my brother, they can have him. We can have the boy too. All right, I think most of the people in here like, let's get in Manuel Ugarte and let Sancho pave way for Ugarte. Then CD Razmi, leftover Benito Mantanto Burgers. All right, thank you. Then Ocheng Daniel, good evening, bro. We have to move players and sign also move players so early, such that we should compete with our opponents next season, obviously. And I tell you, there is a shocking decision when the season is going to be starting. I'm gonna really be making my preview, my predictions, but most of you are really gonna be shocked. I'm just waiting to see how this summer transfer window is really gonna prevail. If it moves on to where I want it to be, I'll tell you that United are really gonna be competing for the trophy. Let's see the signings they bring in through and how they fit into the club of Manchester United. And I'll come in here and I make my Premier League predictions in there for you. Then, Chijoke Ifenyi, let him go, all right. Abraham Wanza, hello brother, we keep him. He's the first one I'm gonna hit to sit it that he's saying, let's keep Jadon Sancho. William Edemanga, no, he should not. So you are saying he shouldn't go. Kawuchi Hassan, hey already, we need central midfielder, man. I hope we let Sancho go. Sancho is willing to go, and I tell you, even Man United is willing to let Sancho go. I tell you, but I think how they close in that business with PSG is the most important bit of it all. Roxon Ampong Broby. Sancho must leave. Kitaita Julius. He should not leave. Let him stay, all right. Yet we need to move on players and really get in other players that we need. We need the CDM guys. William Edemhanga. No, he should not. Chijoke Ifenyi, the guy has insulted United too much, all right. Godwin Ambassador, hello Aradi, keep up the good work bro, thank you. Then Ifenyi is saying Sancho should leave Man United club, all right. Then Silva Onyait, but I wish if that one Rashford, I wish the happiest person in the world now. Rashford had a very poor season. I think PSG are going to have to move on from him. Then Adam Amuda, Sancho leave. Irina Ochan, let him go. We need creative and energetic players. Kennedy Mpande, good evening. Let's sell him and replace him with Ugarte. The good part here is that we have more wingers that can give us what we deserve as fans of Man United, and may Allah bless you already for the good work. All right, thank you. Barakallahu fikum Kennedy Mpande. Obviously, we're having very many wingers, by the way. You understand? Even from the academy, we have very many. There is Shialesi. There is Enis. You know? Enis, Ellis. We are having, which other one do we have? There is Ethan Williams. So we're really having a wide range of other superstars coming from the academy. So you let Sancho go. When he leaves, you obviously look up to the next big thing, and the next big thing is getting in the next talents that really deserve to obviously be here. Then we are having Nixon. We will find out how close Jadon Sancho or any other player is to leave the club by who boards the plane to the US. That's a lie. You people, if anyone tells you that if a player boards to the US, they're not going to sell him, that's a lie. Last season, Elanga fled to the US with the club of Manchester United. Didn't we complete a deal of Elanga to Nottingham? We did. You get? Sometimes if I told you to get out a deal that is really very great, you are not supposed to be. You're not supposed to look vulnerable, like desperate to move in a player. Even if Bissaka is left with just 1 year on his contract, we shouldn't obviously be desperate. That is it. We should look out for the best for the club of Manchester United and take everything on and running. You understand? That is it. So I think that's a lie that people are really spreading out, that when a player boards the plane, he's not going to be sold. Who tells you? The news is outside there that Manchester United has to sell a player to get in other players. You get? And someone tells you that when a player is on plane on Wednesday, he's not going to be sold by the club of Manchester United. That's a lie. You get? Elanga fled from the US back to UK, did his medical, and he said his bye-byes to the club of Manchester United. So United can even sell 3 players well in the preseason. It is possible. It is possible because we needed money to get in other players. Silva says, already, if to ask, you that Rashford and Sancho, whom do you first sell, bro? Rashford. But the problem is, the player that is needed is Sancho, not Rashford. But I would obviously let this guy go. That is Rashford first. Rick Barlow, how many games have you seen Ugarte play? Oh, I've been seeing Ugarte play from Sporting Lisbon. And even last season, he started some games, and most of the games he played, he came off the bench. I've watched him play close to 30 games last season. That is it. Though most of the games, he came off the bench. When you add on the games of Sporting Lisbon, when they're playing the UEFA Europa League, Champions League when he was there, I think he has gone ahead, obviously put in a very huge shift as a player to take us to where we deserve to be. And he's really a very good player. You know, what people don't understand is that I don't need to watch very many games to know how good a quality player is. You know, for Rasmus Højlund, I never watched him play for Atlanta, but I just watched 2 games where he scored a hat-trick for the side of Portugal, and I think went ahead to score a brace when they are playing Lithuania. In just 2 games, I had gotten to know that there is a player in Rasmus Højlund. You don't need to see a player forever to really think that he's really great. The quality of a player will show up even when he's having a worst game of his life. You know, that is it. Ugarte is quality. If I told you went ahead to watch the games they played, because they went ahead to play 7 games into the Copa America, from the group stages to the quarterfinals, semi-finals, and the round of and the losers match, I tell you, the guy is really good. So I've gone ahead to see him do the needful. Sancho is a little child, all right. That is Rick Barlow. Then Agabadan. Sancho should go. I don't see him benching Rashford and Garnacho, all right. David Zimola. Sancho is a very good player. I wish he stays. Obviously, if I told PSG was wanting in Rashford, I would have gone ahead to put Rashford first, but I think they've gone ahead to get to understand that Rashford is not up for sale, and it's Sancho who United is willing to move on. You get? Then Solomon George, good evening. I'm watching from Sierra Leone. All right, Sierra Leone, thank you for watching through. Manuel, I prefer Marcus leave United, not Sancho. All right. Saba Frank, he's a good player, but should go. Who is Richard Rios, please? He plays for the Colombian national team, and he looked good. United had their scouts there. They scouted him, and you never know, he might obviously be one of the midfielders that might come in through as shocking signings for the club of Manchester United. David Zimola, Greenwood left. Let Sancho stay. All right. You have your own understanding and really your own input. Silva Onyeit, bro. I had some rumors that United is preparing a bid. I'm gonna really come up with that story, but I don't think it's just it's that close like everyone is really thinking. Jerem Matemba, it's good deal. Kakuru Ivan, Kakuru Vian, let Sancho go please. Ochen Daniel I am. Sanusi Adedeji, good evening from Nigeria. Sancho is virus, all right. Solomon Njolomole, hey Aradi, Sancho is a good player, but he has to leave, all right. Kakuru Vian, but Rashford should leave than Sancho, but now I see Sancho is a hot cake. Yeah, we need to move in a hot plate. That's what I told you, that Scott McTominay would have gone ahead to be a very good player off the bench, but if at all he's the player available for us to sell and get in other players, then what should we do? We should let him go. You get? Craig Unicorn, Sancho is so hot, all cold, and a surplus at this point. Yeah. This is the guy called Ocheng Daniel. To me, I want Casemiro to move fast before any player, but he's not wanted by PSG. Yet we need to get in players soon, fast and furious. So let's get in players swiftly, and the rest will be history. Casemiro will be moved on if at all he doesn't really impress again. Joshua, Casemiro, Eriksson, Lindelof should leave. Yeah, I think they're on the exit list of Manchester United. Fred Kabaya, good evening, RD. I'm watching live from Kenya. Kenyan people, how are you? Silva Onyait, delete update. All right, delete update. United is still negotiating the structure of the deal with Bayern Munich, and Bayern Munich is willing to sell. Eric Ten Hag is going to convince the player, and the player delete is also willing to come to the club of Manchester United. Then I'm having Manuel, love you, bro, texting from Cameroon. Oh guys, the entire Africa is really watching, you know, and the entire world is watching. That's my excitement, you know. Let's grow this channel big, guys. Continue to subscribe. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, or you've always gone ahead to watch us and you haven't gone ahead to subscribe and make this channel grow big and bigger and bigger. Right? Martin Kapaipi, we should bring Ugarte from we should bring Agent from Zambia. All right, thank you. Haven't gone ahead to understand what you're going to say. Darlington says, Darlington from Uganda, Sancho should leave Man United. Man United can play without Sancho. All right. Breathweight update. I think the deal is off because Everton is willing to offer him a more improved deal that will obviously keep him at the club of Everton into the mix. Now, Fabrizio Romano, while appearing onto the United Stand YouTube channel today, has come out and said the following, that Man United are not intending on spending crazy money on Manuel Ugarte, definitely not the 70 million euros they want. So, United is not gonna be ransomed. That tendency of paying the United tax has gonna have to come from here to end. So as it stands, everything is really gonna be up in the sky for the club of Manchester United. We are not gonna be ransomed by paying what we call the United tax, right? We are not gonna be ransomed by really playing what we call the United tax. The only way things are really gonna go our way is by teams coming in through and really dancing what we call our tunes. So let no one lie to you that anything is really gonna really go beyond our means. We are gonna pay the amount of money that we believe is really gonna be paid, you know, and no one, you get, no one is really gonna stop us from really getting to where we deserve to be. So that is it, coming in through from Fabrizio Romano. No 70 million euros. That is it. So thank you for watching in through. And United is really working on the Ugarte deal. I don't know what your thoughts are about it. Continue to vote into the live chat. Tell us what you think. And then I'm finishing a little bit, like a second. A second, please. All right, smash the like button. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if you're really watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. So guys, do the needful. I'm done. So let's obviously get up and running. And guess where we are going to? We are going to one of the most interesting stories of the day. Lenny Yoro has gone ahead to reveal to us what Erik ten Hag told him about the traits of Manchester United. Can you imagine? This manager came out and said, when I came at the club of Manchester United, I found them in a drought of trophies. You remember that very well, right? He said that we had spent 6 years without winning a trophy. Remember, we had last won a trophy in the first year of Jose Mourinho in 2016. You get? And ever since then, we hadn't gone ahead, obviously, make what we call a very huge reputation in winning a trophy. He came in through 2022, he lifted the Carabao Cup. 2023, he has gone ahead to win what we call the FA Cup. And he said that we need to obviously continue playing some good football to get everything up and running. That is the manager, Erik ten Hag. And now, we've gone ahead, obviously, getting a very good story on what he told Lenny Yoro. Guys, I want you to listen to his words, and after listening to them, you're really gonna get to know that we are having a beast in Erik ten Hag. That is it. We are having a big beast in Erik ten Hag as a manager for the club of Manchester, because all what he's saying is really what you want to hear a manager tell a player when you're really planning to sign him from any club and you're bringing him to the club of Manchester United. You understand? So what did Erik ten Hag tell Lenny Yoro as he was being convinced to come in through and really sign for the club of Manchester United? These are the words that he told him, and Lenny Yoro has gone ahead to reveal them to us. And he told him that Manchester United is the biggest club in the world. For me, it was a dream to play for this club. The fans here are incredible. Now, he said, I spoke with Erik ten Hag. He wants players who really want to win. When he puts me on the pitch, I'm ready to die for this club. Have you heard? When he puts me on the pitch, I'm ready to die for this club. Have you heard? You get? So, Erik ten Hag has gone ahead to obviously recruit players, and when he's bringing them at the club of Manchester United, he's telling them, this is one of the most biggest clubs in the world, and when it comes to numbers, no team matches us. We have the most fans in the world, and when you come here, I want you to come here knowing that this is a trophy-winning club, right? Man United wants to win. Have you heard Lenny Yoro? Lenny Yoro was like, right? And he told him that when I put you on the pitch, I want you to be ready to die for this club and fight for the badge. So, and by the way, the beauty of really getting in young players like Lenny Yoro is that you can easily enter into the head of Lenny Yoro and tell him, please, this is what I want you to do at the club of Manchester United and go ahead and really do it. You understand? And when you look at when you really look at this photo, what comes to your mind? What comes to your mind? This photo was taken after United played against Rangers. And look at how Erik ten Hag was looking at Lenny Yoro. He was like, you remember what I told you before you came in at Manchester United? I want you to win. And you've won. I want you to die for the club. And today, you've gone ahead to show to me that you can die for this club of Manchester United. You get? And I've seen your potential. Your potential is really huge. And no one is really going to come out to stop you. So, that is Lenny Yoro for you. And I tell you what, Ten Hag is really impressed. When you look at the game of Rangers, you remember those two, I think there are 3 blocks that this man went ahead to make, and he really went ahead to do the switch play, and he had some good pass, passing well in between the lines, and really breaking or putting in line breaking passes. Very good player, and he has gone ahead to obviously do exactly what Ten Hag really told him. He has gone ahead to obviously meet the best of the best. So that is Erik ten Hag for you, and he has told Lenny Yoro, I want you to be a winner at the club of Manchester United. Don't look like you are not one, because you are supposed to be one. The moment you are the chosen, you have to come in through and really put in a very huge shift. And this is why I love my manager. I love Erik ten Hag for that, and what is going to do, because every manager will obviously try to get in these players and obviously enter into their brains. And it looks like Ten Hag has already gone ahead to enter the brain of Lenny Yoro into the mix. So after that, Lenny Yoro has gone ahead and obviously added the following that he said, Old Trafford, it's crazy. It's a historic stadium. I'm very excited to play at Old Trafford. To be honest, it's incredible. I was already imagining myself on the pitch. I was with my family there, and they were impressed too. So we all know that Old Trafford is one of the most historical football pitches in the world. And what makes it special, it's what United have gone ahead to win when they are using Old Trafford as their foundation, all home stadium. And now Lenny Yoro has grown up knowing about Manchester United, because every player in the world, every football player in the world follows football worldwide. And Lenny Yoro has come in through and put in a very huge shift, and he has gone ahead to obviously put in the best that we deserve into the best. So as it stands, Lenny Yoro is 100% sure that nothing is really going to stop him from obviously exploding at Manchester United, and he believes it's high time he obviously took this huge step, and he's ready to represent for the club of Manchester United. And I don't know which chant song these fans of Manchester United are going to come up with for Lenny Yoro, but all I know is that they are going to really put in a very good show that will make Lenny Yoro feel like, all right, all I wanted was to play to Real Madrid. I wanted to play for Real Madrid, but United have gone ahead to obviously wash off all what we call my sombre moods, and I'm now a new player feeling excited and I'm loved. That is Lenny Yoro for you, a defender that the entire world was really looking at, and is really having a high ceiling, one of the best defenders in the world when it comes to his age. So let me get a little bit into the comment section and see what are we having. Sancho should stay, but Rashford must leave. Watching from Malawi. Thank you, my brother from Malawi. Francis Nsega. Let Sancho go. We get a midfielder because it's not even comfortable with Manchester United, all right? London Banda. Good afternoon, already. Sancho should go. Ocheng Daniel. Tell me something on Casemiro, Scott McTominay, Maguire, Lindelof, and Eriksen contracts in Manchester United. For Eriksen, he's left with just 1 year on his contract, meaning that United are willing to move him on, and I know they're going to sell him, because if he had limited time last season, when he hadn't gone ahead obviously to reinforce the midfield a lot, what will happen if at all we get in Manuel, Ugarte, and Amrabat at once? That means he won't even come close to the starting 11 for the club of Manchester United. You understand? So he's one of those players that we are going to be looking to move on. That is it. When we go to Casemiro, United is still optimistic that the teams in Saudi Arabia will come in through and really take Casemiro. Though Casemiro wants to obviously prove to the club that Don't really throw me under the bus. I still have some value. I still want to play for a high elite team. For Maguire, obviously, when a good offer comes in through, United will sell him. You know, Lindelof, obviously, United is willing to move him. One of the players also willing to move on because he's left with 1 year on his contract, and we are not willing to offer him a new contract, meaning that we should sell Lindelof off. And Scott McTominay, him and Sancho are the hot cakes that are really being wanted. And for Scott McTominay, there is interest from Fulham, I think Newcastle. There is also another team called West Ham. They all need Scott McTominay, and teams are willing to offer in money. Fulham made a bid of £30 million, rejected by Manchester United. United are looking a fee of 40 to 50 million pounds for Scott McTominay. That is it. Have you gonna hit to score 10 goals last season? They believe he really has a lot of quality attached to him right about now. So we are having Guji James, Sancho out, Ugarte in, period. James watching in from Cote d'Ivoire, the African champions, right? Thank you for watching in through from Cote d'Ivoire. Martin Kapaipi, Sancho is good, other than Marcus Rashford, all right. Then Martin Kapaipi, we want to be at the winning side. Martin from Zambia, thank you. Then Villane, Sancho is a rotten egg and should leave, all right. And for Sancho, why I want him to leave is that he blows hot and cold. He has on several occasions shown us that he's willing to dance to the tunes of the manager, and he disappoints the manager. And Ten Hag has trusted him on several occasions, and now he doesn't deserve any chance. Ten Hag is going to have to give him very many chances at the club of Manchester United, and there is no way we are going to come in through to obviously see to it that we really get this guy and give him another chance. I think if at all there is a chance for a team to come and move in for him, and we are doing a swap between him and Manuel Ugarte, good business. Let's get it done and dusted. Then Kennedy Mpande, please United, let's support this channel by subscription and likes. It's amazing United channel. More update already. Enjoying news from Zambia. Yeah, you can as well become members. It's just $1. I think is it $10? It's $1. Is it $1? I think we have a package of $1. So guys, $1, convert it into your currency, and can you please become members? Join, go to the lower right bottom corner, click that black button that has the word join, and then subscribe for 1 month. Just $1. Can you really get in members? All else, you can as well buy super chats in here for you. Click that super chat and you'll obviously get in some money to support this channel. Then Munguni Onesimus, move Sancho for Ugarte. That's great news. All right, I'm really Katinisa says, I don't support the swap. What do you support? Because I believe that is the easiest way we can get in Manuel Ugarte. You get? We need a CDM, guys. And Manuel Ugarte is just 24 years of age, right? Let Sancho go that side, because in the positions where he plays, we really have very many players. And even those in the academy that are going to show huge potential are here. They are willing to obviously put in a shift. So why don't we move him on? Let's move him on, right? Let's move him on. Ten Hag says Collyer was in the starting 11 after deserving an opportunity, and we will see how we can progress. We saw last year with Garnacho and Kobe Mainoo what can happen. So the way is open for other players. So it's all about Collyer to come in through and really put in a very good shift to obviously get into the starting 11 for the club of Manchester United. And Erik Ten Hag has always said that you need to deserve to get into the team. It's not that you are young and we should obviously throw you into the team. You need to prove him beyond reasonable doubt that you deserve to be the team of Manchester United, and that's the only way Erik Ten Hag is really going to throw you in there. But if that's not the case, then nothing will come to pass. You understand? So I love my manager because he only gets you into the team, and we know that he has gonna have to really do that, and he can use that blueprint of Kobe Mainoo, Alejandro Garnacho to get into the team. And I tell you, if you looked at how Collyer went ahead to play against the side of Rangers, he really looked good. Let me see whether I can obviously find his game by numbers. You get? Collyer, Rangers. You get? Because he put in a very good shift, and I was like, all right, this guy is really great. I like the distance he covers. He's really a modern player, and he really looked good, right? I really loved him. And I don't know whether someone else went ahead obviously putting his game by numbers, right? But he really looked good. I loved what he did as Collyer into the mix. Kicking Hannibal out of the starting 11 for the club of Manchester United just shows you how Collyer has gone ahead to become one of those dependables that you cannot obviously get out of the United team. And this is why a team known as Manchester United needs Erik ten Hag, because he's really good and pays a lot of attention to detail. He has never gone ahead to get it wrong on promoting a youngster. He always gets in a youngster who is really ready to obviously get up and running. So for me, Collyer is really going to be that one midfielder. And I tell you, that's why I'm 100% sure that if we move on Scott McTominay, we already have a replacement. Collyer is a towering of a lad. You know, let me give you his stats and see how tall this guy is for the club of Manchester United. Toby Collyer. Toby Collyer is an English player. He's 20 years of age. He made 20 years on the 3rd of January 2004, and he plays as a defensive midfielder for the club of Manchester United, and he's 1.7 meters tall, you know, and he has some huge reputation in there for you. Collyer is a player that was born in Worthing and began his career at Brighton and Hove Albion system. At the age of 12, at the under 12 level, at the age of 15, he made his under 18s. Collyer became a key player for the team in 2022-2021 season as Brighton finished 3rd in the Premier League South and won the Premier League under 17s. Soon after his 17th birthday, Collyer made his under 23 debut for the full match against Tottenham Hotspur in 2021. Now, when does Collyer join the club of Manchester United? In 2022, he joined the Man United Academy, meaning that Collyer joined Manchester United the year Erik ten Hag took over the club of Manchester United. That was in March, even before Erik ten Hag came in through. And it shows you that everyone who went ahead and said that United had a very good scouting system was really right, because look at Collyer. He came in through even before ten Hag was here. United signed him on a 3.5-year deal, and he failed to agree terms of a new contract with Brighton. He had impressed during his trial with United the previous month. During his signing, Collyer, former Brighton under 18, Mark Beard praised his work ethic, running ability and discipline. He made a strong impression during his first season playing for United in the under-21 season in the Premier League 2 and appearing twice against the first team side in the AFL Trophy. He also made the appearance for United's under-21. Now, in the season of 2023-2024, Collyer was included in Manchester United's first opening preseason squad to face Leeds on 12th July 2023 in Oslo, but did not make it on the pitch. He finally made his first team debut in the starting 11 as United lost to Wrexham 3-1 on the 26th of July 2023 in San Diego, California. And now we saw to it that Erik ten Hag was really planning to get him on in the recent season, and guess what? Now in the preseason, he is that player that Erik ten Hag is really trying out to see to it that he really takes this club to the next level. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. I think I'm having some people. Ocheng Daniel, let him go because he's good when he's out of Manchester. Take a look last season when he was at Dortmund. Yeah, that is it. Sancho has to leave. Nyalimo Joel, Sancho must go. Ahmad is doing more than him. Only Ahmad Diallo need to be given more playing time. I insist. Ugarte and Delete is a perfect replacement for Casemiro. You're right. I like Ugarte. I like Delete. I want those players to come in. I know exactly what it means. Do you know the pedigree that this guy has? Matthias Delete. And if at all there is a manager who knows exactly what to where to obviously touch his brain and enter his mind to obviously get us the best that he wants, it is Erik ten Hag. Let's get in this guy. Let's get in the guy called Delete, and the rest will be history, and you guys will thank me later. Even Ugarte, you get in Ugarte, Amrabat, the rest will be history. I'm gonna hit to see a deal of Yusuf Fofana, and I'm gonna be really very excited to obviously share with you those stories later. I think we might get a very big story about Fofana in 3 or 4 hours from now. That's what my mind is telling me. And in 3-4 hours from now, we are going to be coming back to stream live, and we're going to obviously stream live for 3 times a day, right? So I think that will be something great for us in here onto the United Matters channel. And that will be, I'm having Raven UG Media, lazy and unprofessional players should go elsewhere. We need only those with a Man United heart. I know what Sancho went ahead to do costed him his good bond with the fans of Manchester United, and they are like, you really sounded like you are not one of us, and why should we obviously hail you? You get? So if a chance comes and PSG want to sign him, I think Sancho can go there. And I think Sancho, having gone ahead to play into the Champions League finale, would love to continue playing into the Champions League, according to me. Not so? I would love to see him go enjoy that side, as we obviously get in Ugarte, who we believe should come in through and really put in a very huge shift for the club of Manchester United. Apostle John Ariak Ministries, Sancho should be sold to PSG and get Manuel Ugarte. All right. Yusuf Lawal, good evening. Tell us about Richard, right back. No, Richard Rios. You know, that CDM of Colombia that really looked good in the Copa America. Story is going to be uploaded next 1 hour. Check up on the channel. I'm going to tell you about Richard Rios. But he's a CDM that United has been scouting. He really looked good, and United are really planning or contemplating on whether to bring him on or not. Then Patrick is saying, I need Ugarte and delete. Then let Amrabat to be signed permanent. Yeah, that's what I want. I want Ugarte and Amrabat. Then we get in delete. You get? If those 3 players coming through, when the season will be good to go, and we'll be only left with 1 player, a right back that will compete with Dalo. And from here, I would think that we could go in for Kadioglu. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. I'm gonna really end this vote, or end the poll, and see how you guys are gonna hit to vote. I've ended it. 78% are really calling in for Sancho to leave. 21% are like, let him stay. 1% are like, we are not really, we don't know where to fall. That is it. I'm having Farida bint Yusuf. Good evening, Aradi and everyone. Sancho should leave the club. We need the guy Ugarte and delete. And Aradi, how far with Javi Simons? Javi Simons is going to Germany. He's going to Germany. That is it. Javi Simons is going to Germany. That is it. Fabrizio is going to confirm it today. And Mr. Subbed appreciated the content. All right. Thank you very much. Oburu Emmanuel. Sancho has no heart for Man United. He should be moved on. So guys, smash the like button close to 300 times. Let's call it quits for now. I'm going to be preparing a very huge session for you. I'm recording that video of Richard Rios next. I'm going to be putting it up on the upload section, and you guys will be watching it. Huge detailed video coming up next onto this channel. Rokan David is my name. I sign out for now. May the living to God bless you abundantly. The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum. 5 fingers to everyone watching in through. It has been nice, but continue to subscribe. We want to hit 20,000 subscribers, guys. Let's continue subscribing because we want to hit that magic number. Not so? I think it can easily be hit because we are not left with very many. You guys, we've grown from 1 subscriber to 18,000, and now those other remaining ones will obviously be easy for us to hit. Darlington, any other transfer news for Man United? They're going to be coming up in an hour from now, where I'm going to be recording a video and upload it. Richard Rios, the bullet in the chamber, to shoot it at you and really get to know that we are serious this time round. You are seeing the live sessions coming in through, and